what if Jesus would have done that? What if he was only said, I'm only going to put myself around people that elevate me? Hey, it's Garrett.
It's Andrea.
And welcome to the Daily Devotional.
Yeah. So today is Matthew chapter 9. Have a story for you.
Okay, I want to hear it.
Okay. So, when I think it was 5th grade, we had field day outside. I was not athletic as a child. I'm doing the thing where you have to put one foot in one tire, one foot in the other tire. You're jumping in and out. My foot gets caught, gets twisted. What happens?
You sprained your ankle.
I sprained my ankle, but I don't tell people. I just follow through, and I just sit on the side because that you have that choice at that time, right? Mm-hmm. So I do this thing where I just hop the rest of the day and letting people know that that's just what I wanted to do. I just wanted to hop. Not because I couldn't walk on my ankle. That was too embarrassing. Well, it comes to lunchtime, and what do you have to do?
Carry your lunch tray?
I can't carry it. I have to carry and hop. Well, it's pizza day with fries and an apple, and I decide to get ketchup, and all of a sudden, all my stuff is when you hop, what happens to your tray? It wasn't like the lunch tray where there was like compartments. It was like the basket. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay.
And so when you're hopping, what happens?
Like everything got mushed together.
It mushed together, mixed together. My milk is on my tray. Mm-hmm. Everything got ketchup all over it. I told one friend, but she had other more important friends. I asked one friend to help me. She could not help me. She was way too busy. And so I'm hopping with my basket, ketchup over everything. Big, big, big issue. Mm-hmm. Trauma in my life over something so stupid. If I just would have had a friend, to be like, hey, that's not right.
I see that you're hurt.
Yeah.
Let me help you with that.
Or, nobody jumps on one foot all day. Right. That's not proper.
Or why are you hopping on your foot all day?
Yeah.
That would have been nice just to have a friend. Yeah. For sure. That does go along with this because Matthew here, he was a tax collector and he did not have many friends.
Maybe he hopped around all day.
Yeah, maybe he hopped around all day. But Jesus decided not only did he want Matthew to be his friend, not only did he invite him in, but he wanted to make Matthew a disciple. And it's just really, really cool that Jesus did that for him. And so when we pick it up in Matthew 9, Jesus is having dinner with Matthew and with other notorious sinners, or the other word that was used in this text was with other common people. And the Pharisees, they were the kind of guys that they were so concerned about who they were around and who they would have dinner with and who they would associate with, that they wouldn't associate with people like Matthew
or sick
people or just the common people they wouldn't want to associate with. And here you have Jesus, who had every reason to exalt himself above anybody. And he was willing to not only be with Matthew that day, but he was willing to be with so many others that were just common people. And you said something earlier before we even got on to record. You were just talking about this is where we've gone wrong by saying our circle has to be a certain way.
Yeah, there's a quote that says your circle matters, and it like literally ruffles my feathers every time I see somebody on Facebook or any kind of like platform that they like they're a Christian, they like post this quote that says your circle matters. No, it doesn't. Yes, have a friend, but like we're not to be in a clique to where it's all holy people. Like we're to go out and we're to put ourselves in situations where we can reach sinners, because there's people out there, they've got ketchup all over their lunch, right.
Well, what if Jesus would have done that? What if he was only said, I'm only going to put myself around people that elevate me? And that's just such backwards thinking from what he came to do. Actually, it reminds me of what Satan tried to do when he was tempting him. Like he was saying, if you do this, then I can elevate you. And so if Jesus would have done ministry that way, like it wouldn't have gone how it went. Like that's just not what he came to do. Actually, he said, I didn't come for the healthy. I came for the sick. The sick need a doctor. And so he even though he had the ability to elevate himself above everyone else, he chose to take the humble position.
And when we even think about his birth and shepherds were known to be thieves. They were known to be like just dirty, rotten people.
Yeah.
And those are who the angels appeared to, and he invited them in.
Yeah.
We are to be the same way. From the time Jesus showed up, he has been loving on people who have been doing things the wrong way because he wants to save them. It's not to keep company and to be acting like those people, but it's to get them saved. We're not to be sitting there excluding people. If you do that, you're being a Pharisee.
Right.
That's just how it is. And me too. It's a good heart check for myself, you know?
Yeah, we shouldn't be exclusive to just our people or just the people that are going to make us better. It just doesn't make sense when it really comes down to are we doing the things that God's called us to do?
Right.
And yeah, I think it is a challenge for us to be more willing to be around and to put ourselves in situations where we get to help somebody else, where it's not just always somebody making us look better, but we get to help someone else. That's what Jesus did for Matthew.
You can love somebody, you can care for somebody, you know, it's in that place where there is somebody hurting so badly, so alone, and you just need to reach out and give them Christ. You know, it's that boldness that we need to share the gospel. In here, we literally see Jesus hanging out with these people, you know, and we as Christians, we're so easy to just seclude ourselves away from the world and say, well, we don't want to be part of it. You don't have to be, you can be in it but not be part of it. But you've got to go out and reach the lost. That is our job. Right,
definitely. So it's you noticing the girl that's hopping around the lunchroom. Like, it's noticing that person that's really struggling, and instead of excluding yourself and just saying, well, that person's not going to help me out, and it's like figuring out, why are you hopping on your foot? You, like, that person might be injured. I don't know. That was such a good, like, it's a silly story, and I'm sorry you went through that, but that was such a good analogy for what we're talking about today. So good job.
Look for the hoppers.
Yeah, look for the hoppers. All right.